Peace, love, and light, everyone. So, I made a video last night, but it didn't come through until this morning. I wanted to do some auric release, some energy cleansing out at this camp that I'm visiting. My twin flame has a friend that he's renting from. It's very cool. I thought we could, instead of putting our feet in the water, in the grass to visualize, we could put it in this little brook over here. Got a little space set up where we can sit, and we could do our cord cleansing and our energy bath and all that good stuff. It's real pretty. I'll give you guys a look from over here. It's real pretty, huh? So I thought it would be like the perfect place. So let me go grab my drink, my little smoky smoke. So I'm here with 2 Scorpios and a Sagittarius like myself. So my flame and my 2 girls and the Scorpios went on a little vacation, or a little adventure, should I say. Scorpios just want to chill. Like, my daughter's in there watching her show. Getting her, it's how she gets, it's whatever way we get our alone time. And I am talking to you guys. So it's nice. We're both getting a little healthy balance. My youngest my Scorpio has been with me and my flame, since she was a wee one. So he taught her how to ride a bike and, how to play hockey and all that fun stuff. So they're actually having their little bonding time right now, which is super amazing because we all don't bond the same. So me and my Sagittarius just played a fake game of beer pong with soda because we don't drink soda. And we got a little goofy energy. So I don't know how y'all drink soda so much, man. I can remember a time where I drank it. It's been like a year, and it was like pure soda, like not diet or, like they've really changed it. Like I remember my mom was a Pepsi drinker and like, ooh. All right, so we're doing this. Remember, we're cleansing our auric field because we're doing this so we could stay centered. And see, I got my feet in the ground. There was a little spider here earlier. So first we're going to imagine our feet in the ground. We're going to imagine a cord coming out from our feet. And we're going to just imagine any energy that is not ours, anything that we want that is ours, we want it balanced. We're going to ask the earth, please, can you just balance me? The video I left yesterday, I told you guys how badly it's needed if we're going to especially be alchemizing using our energy. The only way for a natural being to truly connect is like back out in nature. Okay, if you're a natural being, it would be insane to think that you do not have to reconnect and recharge back out into nature. So it just doesn't make sense. That's that bullshit spiritual community talking to you, like, let's get out once in a while, like, let's make a video once in a while outside, like this is where it's at all the time, not once in a while. Like, I'm telling you, when I sleep outside, I don't wake up thinking about anything but my current moment. And it's all synchronistic. Like last week I decided I'm not doing that no more. I said it out loud before the full moon and I decided no more. Even worrying about something that is ours, for what? Just for what? Like I literally had to say to myself, there is really nothing you're worried about. You don't worry about how you look. You don't worry about how people receive you. You don't worry about any of that. Like, You're worried about things like, what's their energy going to be like? Can I do this? Can I do that? Like, why are you worried about that? You have ways of taking care of that. That's every day for you. That's been 40 years. Like, what are you worried about? I really had to talk with myself. You know? Like, right now, people should be asking themselves, am I hypnotized? Because, man, that's a whole other video we need to talk about. Fuckers walking around like they're hypnotized. Like, there is, like, some true weird shit going on. It's beyond hypnotism. And they, like, just get them there. Just get them to believe that it's the hypnotism and the psychology first. Just no woo-woo. Like, we'll wait right there for them. Okay? So now we just imagined that cord. Let's release that. Let's release everything I just said back into the earth and pull what we need back from the earth. Okay? The second thing I like to do is, speaking of going into a crowd, this has helped me immensely. Imagine you are a glass of water. Water takes the form of whatever it's in, right? So that means you control the water. You are the water. Be the water. Remember, there's no spoon shit? It's like, just let it flow right through you. It's like, let it flow right through you. It's like you take something from the top of the water, drop into the glass, you can see it hit the bottom. Okay? Somebody throws energy your way, that's what you're going to do. You're just going to, right to the bottom. You can just use our energy cord to get rid of it, or one of our energy baths, okay? So, the third thing is, like, very human. Just own your personal space, own your auric space, 2 feet above you. You got to tell somebody to move, tell them to move. If you have to remove yourself, remove yourself. I'm realizing that if you do not have enough of the energy, if you do not have enough of natural energy, like, I realized that I had been fasting, and I also had not been taking my sea moss, and I was alchemizing, and I almost passed out. So this is, like, a serious reason to, like, clean your auric fields, okay, beloveds? You know, we can use these energy showers. Like, imagine the shower is gold, and as gold is a conductor, the conductor just spreads pure gold throughout your body, okay? So it's going to be all taken with that gold, and it's going to be released into the drain. So anytime you're feeling the energy is too much, just real quick, do the energy shower, okay? And, like, the fifth one that we do, we like to see that sun up there, okay? We like to imagine that sun being 2 feet above our auric field, and we're calling back our energy that we have let people borrow, that they have taken, that is ours, that we have used and we forgot to take back. This is our ritual to take it back. We're thinking about how it is going to be distributed from that sun up there, bugs, into our entire body, okay, for substance, okay? That sun is going to give us substance. That's what's giving us substance right now in this wonderful water right now. So, you know, through those 5 techniques alone, really quick, anytime they work, no more worries. Like, my Sagittarius daughter was like, this fly is crazy. My Sagittarius daughter was like, oh, Mom, you know, so-and-so, like, this and this is cut. It's like, don't worry. You got to let that go. You cannot anticipate or worry about somebody else's energy if you are an empath, you know. So these young crystal children, especially these indigos, whatever I don't believe they're indigos. I believe the indigos are the ones that are exposed in the belly of the beast. The crystals are like my 11-year-olds and, you know, my 21-year-olds. And, you know, I believe in the rainbows, but the indigos it's a different generation. But yeah, you have to lead by example. As a starseed, as a Blu-ray, you know, they may not be a Blu-ray, but they definitely are starseeds. So they're definitely empaths. They're light workers of some in some way. You know, especially I told you guys about my 21-year-old, my Aquarius. I have one of each element. That is what my tattoo, my Philosopher's Stone, also has the 4 elements. This makes me think of my children. This is better than having a name or anything. You know, that's a different symbology when you put somebody's name on you. You know, this is an element. This is our elements. So I do have one of each element. My first was air, my little air bender. So right now it's just me and my fire sign, and we're very emotional beings from the get, you know, even if we weren't star seeds. So we've got new people coming and, you know, in your space. And so she's just relaxing now. So I've been hanging out with her and just doing this little, I thought I'd catch up with you guys. This is my favorite thing to do besides just be by myself and be in nature. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So I hope you guys can get out in nature and get your feet in the ground, you know, in the water, in the grass, anything you can. I had to lay in it the day before yesterday to replenish. Whew. So, you know, beyond the feminine, masculine shit, the divide, the fucking greatest show on earth, like happening right now in front of us in our world stage, like all of it. Right now, the work that needs to be done is with you. You need to get back in touch with you, and you will find your way. There is no one specific way that works. But I will tell you this, divine feminine, the masculines need a little hand holding. That's what we're supposed to do anyway. The problem is we're healing. We're trying to figure out who's worthy of that as we step into our divine feminine. I understand. So maybe it's time to maybe be alone for a little while. It's okay. I see the world's going through a breakup as it is. Oh my God, people have been living with unhealed versions of people themselves first to be attracted and be in love with. And that's the thing, when you start to heal, you don't have to throw away all those years with somebody. Okay? If they're on the healing journey as well, don't you? It's like dating somebody brand new. Like, get to know each other, but there was some essence, there was something about you that they loved for all those years. Because I see, I'm going to put this on Facebook too. I see too many friends breaking up right now. This is crazy. Some people think they're destined to be alone. They're getting ready to walk into their soulmates or twin flames. And then you got people that are just, they're finding themselves. Like really, really searching for themselves, you know? And there's been some people who have been doing that for years, and they're ready. Everybody's at a different, just like time, it's not linear. Everybody's at a different pace. But there's one thing for sure. Everybody is healing and everything is changing. Whatever you believe it is to be, it's happening. It's happening. And I'm the least programmed person like you'll ever meet. Algorithm. We're creating our own algorithm. You know? It's just, we're all changing. That's why visionaries, starseeds, people like us that have been suffering for years, that are finally stepping into like who we are. That's why there's no place for us or no lane. We have to create it. We have to create the algorithm. Okay? Be happy that you don't belong to this sick, twisted ass society. Any part of it. You know, that's why I always say, like my twin flame will be like, how come your channel is like not so popular or like that? Like, oh, look at this little minnow. I disrupted him. Maybe I should move my foot a little bit. It's, you know, if there isn't, you know, that many Blu-ray, there's not many of us out there. And I'm like, well, first, I'm not commercialized. I'm not a sellout. I'm speaking about things that very few are going to grasp. I'm speaking about things that I am just grasping. I learn, teach. This is so new. It's kind of like Picasso. Like, his shit wasn't worth anything until he died. Most visionaries aren't really like leaders of a new world, aren't really recognize their, not even them, like their work until later, until they're dead. So that's another reason. You know, I mean, I've found people in this age that, because there is no spiritual community for people like me. So I'm like watching old men, elders, you know, like Jordan Maxwell, William Donahue, you know, one that I connected with on a level was Max Spears. He went through something essentially I went through, but his was a bit more MK. You know, I mean, there's people like Dr. York. There's people that I won't say ashamed, but when I was still in my ego and when I was still in some program and drinking the Kool-Aid somewhere down that conspiracy rabbit hole, whatever, and I thought that the more I learned and but instead of realizing it's all a false reality, like you create this reality, you create what's best and worst for yourself. This is your world, they're living in it. All that started to change. Like shit, like the more my mind changes, the more even chemtrails leave. It's pretty incredible. You know, the sun really fights through it. Because from what my spirit tells me is that they're trying to make cold while our sun is just heating the earth up. And a lot of people like Dr. York said this time would come. Dr. Lai Lali said the same thing. There's many different informants that they use too to like tell us these things. I think some found out that Bobby Hemmett was even not an informant, but kind of like placed there in that time to control an awakening that was happening. That happens a lot too. So yeah, either way you twist it, things are changing. Okay, call it whatever you'd like. Okay, but the real work is not on the world stage, television, entertainment. That whatever's happening there is all to show you something. So all those years of lies and indoctrination, all that's coming to an end. That's just the bottom line. It doesn't matter what regime or factions taking over or whatever. You need to do the work on you. Forget that world stage and create what you want to see. You know, since I started to awaken, and that was 15 years ago. But let's say a year and a half ago when it really kicked up, I could see myself 15, 20 years from now, what I was going to be doing in this war of the mind. And if you have, first of all, if you have survived this war since 2001, I want to say it really kicked up on the television. But some attribute it to 2020 especially. If you came out of that, and no judgment if you did, if it happened, not, shot up, meaning that represented a lot for people, their sovereign rights. If you came out of that with your mind somewhat intact, not a conspiracy theorist, with a very good intellectualism and spiritual discernment as well, congratulations, that shit paid off. I know it was hard. I know you lost people. I know. I'm sorry. But it's all right. You're going to find your people. Whether it's through the internet. Y'all know where I am. Like, when shit really kicks off. Like, I'm in Niagara Falls, New York. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not abandoning any of my people. Any of the people. Do you know, it doesn't matter where you go. It's here. It's here. But I will say, living in all those chemicals, and y'all know where I live, it is beautiful to get out here and ground. I'm not going to lie to you on that. But it means wherever you live, you just have to learn how to take care of yourself. No entertainer, nobody's going to give you that but you. Your spirit is going to tell you what works for you. That's why it's learn, teach. And if you want to share your learn, teach, your testimony with people and it worked for you, then you go ahead. Like I'm saying, alkaline doesn't work for everybody. It works for me as a Blu-ray. The way I eat doesn't work for it works for me as a Blu-ray. I don't consume blood. I can't have parasites in my body. Do you know what I mean? I use certain crystals at certain times. Once they break, they're done. I listen to my spirit. I follow. And the best thing, and that's why I'm exposing Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett taught me about the notebook. The best part of the notebook is as you get the downloads, you can write them down, because you're, especially if you're newly awakening to your consciousness, to who you are, you're going to realize your spirit's going to be, because now you're listening to your spirit and you're going to be telling yourself so many things, and you just want to write it all down, because there's going to be no one to talk to. You're going to feel insane. You're going to be like the only one, and it's okay. But most of us veterans, we've gone through it. We've lost everybody. I've got my kids and my flame left. You know, a year and a half ago, I had my adopted father come to me. He was the last extended family that, you know, whatever. And he's like, you know, your brother would just come around. It's just like, well, that crazy stuff that you talk on the internet and the numbers and this and that. And I'm laughing, and I'm just like, he's like, they don't understand. And I'm laughing. I said, it's not meant for you to understand. It's not meant for him or anybody. And I don't care how I look. If you have to unfollow me or whatever, I won't be offended. But it's to attract my people. The light. The ones that our DNA has not changed. The original G's, the OGs, if you feel me. Don't be telling everybody your blood type and your natal chart either. That bullshit, that's got to end. Stop telling people what your blood type is online, and stop telling people you don't have nothing to prove to them. Like, you don't have anything to prove to them. There are other ways to find chosen, other ways to know indicators. That is all ego. Do not tell anybody your natal information, natal chart information, like your time of birth and where, and do not tell them, not your blood type. Especially if you're, okay? So yeah, so just be patient with each other. I was going to do a whole other video on that, shit talking, the divine masculine, feminine. The bottom line is we are all healing. We're all shedding things that were false, layers. So let me go check on my Sag, and thanks for doing this with me, guys. I hope that the auric cleansing works. So stay peace, love, and light. This breeze feels amazing.